Major funding for this program was provided by the Annenberg CPB project.
Hey, Kurt.
What do you want?
Want to give me a hand?
Okay, I got it here.
Okay.
Watch out.
All right, get the door.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing down here?
Oh, I came to meet the new writers.
Huh? Well, they're not here yet.
So I see. Well, Fred, still looks like an old warehouse to me.
Hey, look, it's only Monday. Give me to Thursday. Hey, by the way, congratulations.
What for?
Oh, that's a pretty big step up. Head of marketing and promotion.
Hey,
Think you can handle it? Oh.
look, Fred, I've been in sales all my life. Well, it's a new position, but it's the same old ballgame. The one thing that's a headache, though, is the writing. I have never had to do so much, and it's never been so important.
You and a lot.
I'm never at a loss for words when I'm talking, but writing, that's something else.
Hey, look, writing is the same as talking. It's just on paper, that's all.
If it was as easy as that, nobody'd ever to take a course like this. Nobody'd ever to take a course like this.
Like this?
Yeah, well, didn't you know? Well, this new series is an English telecourse.
No, you guys upstairs find that stuff out. The art department is always the last to hear. Yeah. English, huh?
Yeah, composition. College level. Yeah, for adults. You know, it's my first big assignment. I really want to do well.
Well, you just keep that enthusiasm up, and I'm sure you will. You met any of the writers?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I met the head writer. She's a British lady, you know. Pretty good looking. Well, there are three other writers. I haven't met them yet.
Kurt, come here.
What?
I gotta move this desk across the room. And I was
Fred,
wondering...
listen, I'll be back in a little while. I gotta go downstairs and write a memo. I'll see you later.
Kurt! Thanks a lot, Kurt.
Excuse me.
What? I didn't hear you.
I'm looking for a Gwyneth Harriman.
I don't know her. She work here?
Oh, she's in the English composition project.
Ah, well, this is the place. You one of the writers?
Well, sort of. I mean, I'll be writing, but actually I'm an intern.
You can be a doctor.
Not a medical intern, a script writing intern.
Yeah, I know. We get a lot of them around here. Pleased to meet you. My name is Fred Gardner.
Oh, I'm Cassandra Arnold. Nice to meet you, Mr. Gardner.
Just plain old Fred. Boy, that's a mouthful.
Isn't it? That's why I'm just plain old Cassie.
Well, welcome, just plain old Cassie. Well, here's where you're going to be working for the next year. I know it's a little to the end of the week, and I'll have it all fixed up.
I almost didn't find it. You know, this is such a big place.
Yeah, it's a pretty sophisticated production house. We do everything here, from script writing to the final edit. You ever work in television before?
Well, a few times in...
Final edit. You ever work in television before?
Well, a few times in local commercials, just as an actress, though. I've never written for television. To tell the truth, Mr. Gardner, Fred, I'm a little scared.
Why? You look like one of those bright kids that always gets A's in English.
I wish. I'm just a basic B student, sometimes B plus. Oh, I'm afraid that for me, writing has always been a real chore.
Well, I wouldn't worry. They asked you to write on this series, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but Gwen, that's the woman that hired me, said that in my case, motivation matters as much as experience. So I'm just glad to be here. So what do you do?
Me? I'm the art director around here. I design sets, build props, get brochures ready for the company, whatever needs doing.
So what's your job right now?
Right now? Well, it's converting this old studio into an office space for 3 writers and an intern.
Well, I wonder where the others are.
Well, it's a little early,
Oh,
I'm sure.
drat the plants.
Who was that?
Beats me. Maybe another one of the writers? I've only met Gwen.
Well, I'd better be going. I'll be right back.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking for the English telecourse.
That's the door right there.
Yeah?
Yep.
Thanks. I love the decor. Would you find your boss and tell him that Norm Feldman, famous author, refuses to type one word until he has his own clean desk?
Well, I suppose she isn't here yet. Anyway, I don't own clean desk either.
Oh, you're with the project. I'm sorry about that. I'm not awake yet. I'm sorry about that. I'm not awake yet. I was up late last night. Yeah, doing some extra work on my soon-to-be critically acclaimed 3rd novel. The writers in yet?
Oh, yeah.
Gwen tells me this project has got an intern.
So what's wrong with that?
I can see you've never worked with one before.
No, I've never worked with one before.
Good. Nice. Always some young kid still wet. Can't type, can't spell, always asking dumb questions.
Well, maybe this one will be different.
Don't count on it. Anyway, it'll be nice working with Gwen again.
You know her?
Oh, yeah. Coffee. Empty. Yeah, Gwen and I used to write copy for an ad agency in New York. I didn't even know she was in town until she called me for this job.
I see.
Yeah. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. Gwen is not an easy person to work for. I mean, she's a fine writer and she's a fine teacher of writing, but sometimes Gwen can be a real slave driver. Oh, no! I mean, she's a fine writer and she's a fine teacher of writing, but sometimes Gwen can be a real slave driver. Oh, no, really? That's smashing. But it's not exactly what I wanted. Would you mind terribly having another go at it? Oh, boy.
Really, Norm? Slave driver, indeed.
Hi, Gwen.
You're going to be frightening away our new intern.
You're our new intern?
You'll like Norm, Cassie. It just takes time.
Well, good. Hi, Gwen. It's terrific working together with you again. Hey, this must be our new intern. Hi, Norm. Norm Feldman.
Cassie Arnold.
We're going to get along just fine, Cassie. And listen, if you have any problems, any questions, anything at all, I'm always available.
Okay. You know, I think I'm going to like working here.
Likewise. But Gwen, how are we supposed Likewise. Gwen, how are we supposed to do any work in a place that's in this condition? I mean, where is the coffee pot?
We moved in a week ahead of schedule. You'll just have to be patient, Norm. Has anyone seen Jennifer Lowry yet?
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Well, some woman showed up.
Oh, thank you. Oh, could you help me with
Sure.
this? Oh, thanks. Oh, I am sorry I am late. But I forgot these because I had locked my keys in my car. And then I had to get a coat hanger to open it up and nobody did. Here I am. Hi. Oh, I love your necklace.
Thank you. I made it myself. Cassie Arnold.
Oh, Jenny Lowry, nice to meet you. Oh, thank you for helping me with the plan.
That's all right.
You must be the intern.
Intern? Do I look like it? Okay. Hardy har har har. Norm Feldman.
Jenny Lowry, hi, nice to
Hi.
meet you. Hi, Gwen.
Hello, Jenny.
So, this is headquarters, huh? Looks like it used to be a studio.
It was.
Coffee. Oh, I would kill for a cup of coffee.
Did I hear someone mention coffee?
Oh.
Well, I figured it being the first day you'd want some juice.
Hey, fill her up.
Okay, here you go. Well, Gwen, is this your merry band?
It is indeed, everyone. This is Kurt Chandler.
Oh, hi,
Hey, Kurt.
Kurt. Thank you for the coffee. Where's the donut?
Oh, my sister.
Here's
Yeah.
your donut.
Actually, this is Fred Gardner. Now, next to me, he is the most indispensable person in this production company. He's going to be designing the sets for your series.
Marvelous. Well, then I know we're going to see a lot of you, Fred. No, thanks. I'm Gwen.
Norm Feldman.
We've already met. Hi, Fred.
Hi, Cassie.
Oh. Fred.
Hi, Cassie.
Oh.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Jenny Lowry.
Hi, Jenny. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, Kurt, what is it that you do?
Well, I'm in charge of marketing and promotion.
Oh, so you're the guy that's going to make our series a big success.
Oh, no, you're going to make the series a success. I am going to make sure everyone knows it's a success.
Hey, listen, everybody. I'm sorry that the place isn't ready, but you got your week. I'll have all of the essentials here by Thursday, and then you give me a list of everything else that you need.
I'll tell you what I need, Fred. I could use some help on the reports and memos I have to write. Boy, I wish I had paid attention when I was in English class in school. It didn't seem so important then.
Oh, a lot of people think of their English classes as punishment instead of something that's a lifelong skill.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. You know, Fred, maybe you and I should take this course, huh?
I wouldn't pass. The only writing I've ever done is a postcard from the Grand Canyon. You know, I can do a lot of things with these hands, but writing... I can do a lot of things with these hands, but writing isn't one of them.
Well, maybe we could change your mind about that, Fred.
Oh, maybe. But right now, I've got to find some furniture for you people. So I better get going. Coming with me, Kurt?
Yeah. Listen, it's nice to meet all you creative types. Thanks a lot.
Great.
Bye-bye now.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, speaking as a creative type, what will be in our telecourse?
Well, we'll have the fundamentals, paragraph strategies, sentence strategies, ways to revise, developing an essay. What we won't be doing is dictating formulas for perfect writing. Instead of telling the student how, we'll show them several hows, and which way they choose is up to them.
Well, what will our programs be like?
Well, we'll use any approach that works.
Well, such as?
Well, songs, sketches, mini-docs.
Many docs.
Oh, that's video jargon for miniature documentaries. They're short tapes that show writing at work in the real world.
Mm-hmm. We can use them the same way teachers in a regular course would use field trips, except we can go anywhere.
Sounds good. What else?
Well, we have interviews with experts and working writers. That's why we have our television, so that we can view the interviews and select the best moments.
Why interviews?
Well, I want our students to see the problems professional writers have and see how they go about solving them.
Don't you think that interviews with professional, famous writers would just intimidate our students?
Oh, not if they see that the problems beginners have are shared by people who have been writing for years. We'll also have interviews with people who use writing daily in their jobs.
Well, what can students learn from people who don't consider themselves professional writers?
That whether someone is writing a bestseller or an accident report, the writing problems are similar. The product may be different, but the process is the same, and the writing process is what this series is about.
Well, I like the idea of hearing what pros and non-pros have to say about writing, but interviews with academic experts on composition sounds a little dry.
Oh, no. These people have been teaching for years, and because of their research, there's been a tremendous breakthrough in what we know about writing.
I'm sold, Gwen. I think it'll add a lot of range and depth to our series. You know, I've done a lot of writing, all kinds. Never anything like this. I can see it's going to be quite a challenge.
You can say that again.
I can see it's going to be quite a challenge.
A challenge, but not impossible, if we all work as a team.
All right. So, where are we supposed to work?
Just a minute, Norm. I have some background material I want you all to read before we even think of writing. Would you mind, Norm? Thank you. Whoops, that's so thick. Here we go.
There you go, Cassie.
Oh, all this reading already?
Oh, my kids will be thrilled. I'm finally going to have as much homework as they do.
As much homework as your kids? This is going to be a long week.
Is it lunchtime yet? I'm starving.
No, we've still got a few minutes. Come on, it's Thursday already, and we still got loads of tapes to look through.
All right. What's next?
We still have to decide on what pieces of the Sandra Pearl interview to use. Now, what about the one we just saw?
Oh, the one about not getting it right the first time. Well, what about it?
We ought to use it, that's what.
Why?
Because Sandra Pearl is one of the pioneer researchers on the problems that writers have. And the whole point of these segments is to let the expert speak directly to the student. You don't really believe these interviews will work, do you?
Oh, you're just upset because I'm right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who wants to see the rough cut of our very first mini-doc?
Already?
Well, that was fast.
Actually, it's not finished. It's just a minute, but I wanted to see the visuals before I started writing the narration. Cassie, would you like to see it?
Sure.
And how are you two coming along selecting the interview segments?
Well, to tell the truth, we're just a little behind. We seem to spend a lot of time discussing the interviews.
Well, remember, I need your suggestions by next Thursday. Norman, would you mind?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Where is this?
The Reading and Study Skills Center at the University of Texas.
Reading and study skills?
Mm-hmm. Students come here for special tutoring. We'll be using this mini-doc to show how computers are being used to teach modern composition methods. The value of pieces like this is they bring the world into our telecourse. They don't simply talk about composition methods, we show them in action. That's all for now, Norm.
Well, seeing an application of writing theory really does help.
You know, I'd like to see the whole mini-doc.
Well, it's a good start. And speaking of starts, Jenny, have you started on the script for our first show?
No, I thought I was supposed to do the general introduction.
Oh, no, Jenny. Cassie and I are going to do that. Didn't you see the note I left on your desk?
What note? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'll get started on it this afternoon.
Please do, Jenny. I have to have everything by Thursday. I have a meeting with the project director and the head of production to discuss the series, and I know that they are going to want to see a sample of the script. Now, Cassie, how are you coming along gathering research material?
Well, I found stuff for all the topics you gave me.
Oh, good. So what are you doing now?
Well, I know you're going to write the final version, but I thought I would go ahead and start on the introduction.
Well, that sounds very helpful.
Don't count on it.
Well, why not?
Well, I write and I don't seem to get anywhere. So far, the only good thing I've got is my first sentence.
Well, let's see, Cassie. Taking a telecourse is more than just watching television. That's a good start, but just from taking a quick glance, I can see what your main problem is.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, clairvoyant?
No, just flamboyant. See, Cassie, I've been there before myself. See, you're getting hung up on the grammar and punctuation and spelling, and it's keeping your thoughts from flowing freely. Look, I want you to view that tape on top of the monitor. It's an interview with Sandra Pearl. As a matter of fact, Jenny and I were just discussing it. Listen to what she has to say.
The problem is that unskilled writers seem to think that writing has to be right the first time. That as soon as they start writing, they begin to edit. So I would say they edit prematurely. I think that skilled writers have much greater tolerance for things coming out sloppy or messy the first time, knowing they can revise it later on. So one quick difference.
I see. So I've been, what did she call it? Editing prematurely?
That's right. Just concentrate on what you want to say and forget about the fine points.
But isn't spelling and all that important?
Well, it is, but not necessarily in your first draft.
Yeah, you can worry about that when you start revising.
Okay, I'll give it another try after lunch.
Speaking of lunch, anyone care to join me for a burger?
You're on.
Gwen?
Thanks, but I better stay and catch up on some work.
No.
I've got to meet my wife. Thanks anyway.
You want us to bring you anything, Gwen?
No, thank you, Cassie. I brought something. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Oh, hello, Jim. No, I'm never too busy to talk to the project director. Oh, well, we're a touch behind, but yes, we will be ready by next Friday, even if I have to work all night. Oh, they're doing all right. Jenny's a bit disorganized, but very bright. And Cassie, that's our intern, she's very inexperienced, but she's learning fast. And Norm, of course, you met him the other day. He can be a touch overbearing, but he's extremely gifted. Well, I'm concerned that we're not working as a team yet. Of course, I know that takes time. What? Well, I guess what I want is real involvement. We've got so much at stake here. We're asking so much of the students. And if we are not committed to... You're right. I'm on my soapbox. Well, I just know that it's going to work out. All right. Well, I'll keep in touch with you. Thank you. It's just got to work out. We've got so much at stake here. Not only for us, but for the students. Oh, it's almost 5 o'clock. Still no sign of Jenny. Where can she be?
Don't look at me.
I haven't seen her for a while.
She promised to have her script ready for me today. If I don't have it for the meeting in the morning, I'm going to be in serious trouble.
Listen, Gwen, I hate to give you more headaches, but I can't do anything more with those interviews until I've seen your lesson plan.
Well, Jenny has it. I asked her to run up some copies so we could all look at it this afternoon, but
You would not believe the line at the copy machine. I am so sorry. Gwen, I have the treatment with the revisions that you asked for, and here is a copy of the lesson plan.
Okay, let's see. So, the first couple of lessons are going to be about the writing process itself.
Yes, why we write, how we can write more effectively, writing for an audience and a purpose.
Then programs on getting ideas and developing form, that's what I need.
Most beginning writers do, Cassie. Things like pre-writing and organizing your essay not only help you get started, they help you get started in the right direction.
And I see we're going to devote some programs to patterns of development. Now, that's good.
What are patterns of development?
Narration, description, definition, and so on. They're all thought processes that we use every day. But we want to make our students more aware of them and show them how to use them in writing.
Looks like a whole batch of programs on revision, too.
Yes, I want to show how to revise paragraphs, sentences, and even individual words.
Well, there's just one thing missing, Gwen. Now, I definitely feel that we ought to have a couple of programs on how to apply what we teach, practical composition.
But Norman...
Jenny, you're just opposed because it's my idea, but real-world writing is what our students want and need to learn.
Norm, would you
No, I won't pipe down. I think it's absolutely vital that we show our students how to do things like take essay tests or business proposals, how to write them.
Norm, turn the page.
The last several lessons in our series should concentrate on practical applications of composition skills in school and businesses. Particular attention should be paid to book reviews, essay tests, and business writing such as reports and proposals. Oops.
Cassie, how's your writing coming along?
Well, I took Dr. Pearl's advice and stopped worrying about getting it right on the first draft. My paper is pretty messy, but at least it's not blank anymore.
Why don't you read us what you've written?
Well, actually, I need to work on it some more. It needs improvement.
Maybe we could help you improve it.
Cassie, if you don't feel ready to share your paper with us, you certainly don't have to. But there comes a point in the composition process where we all need someone else's input.
Well, okay, but now remember, this is my first try.
Okay.
Taking a telecourse is more than just watching television. It's as much work as going to a regular class, and it takes the self-discipline to watch the programs when you'd rather see another show. Besides the program, there is also a textbook to read, a study guide with exercises and written assignments. A telecourse can be an effective way to learn, but only when the student is involved.
Hey, Cassie, that's great.
It is?
Sure, for first try.
Oh.
It'll be even better, Cassie, if you replace the to-be verbs with stronger active words.
What do you mean?
Well, let's have a look. Taking a telecourse is more than just, or here, there is also a textbook, or a telecourse can be.
Instead, why don't you write, taking a telecourse involves more than watching TV?
And instead of there is a textbook, you could say the student must read a textbook.
I see. And instead of a telecourse can be an effective way to learn, I can say a telecourse works.
Right. And overusing is an easy mistake to make. Well, it is, isn't it? I still do it myself.
Okay. How does this sound? Taking a telecourse involves more than just watching television. It requires all the work.
Try concentration instead. It's more specific.
Okay, I like that. It requires all the concentration of attending a regular class and the self-discipline to watch the program when you would rather see another show.
What sort of show?
Well, soap operas and game shows, I guess.
All right, well, use those as examples. Try and be more specific.
Okay, all right. Besides the program, make that besides viewing the program, the student must read the textbook, do the study guide exercises, and complete the written assignments. Telecourses work, but only when the student does.
Oh, Cassie, that's much better. You see what a little teamwork will do?
Well, we are a sort of team, aren't we?
Team? Come on, I'm a writer, not a football player.
Well, anyway, this business of writing isn't going to be as painful as I thought. Coffee, anyone?
Oh, look at the time.
Oh, forget the coffee, Cassie. It's quitting time. That is, if we're through, Gwen?
Yes, that's it for today. All of you go home and get some rest.
What about you?
Oh, I've got a lot of work to do for tomorrow's meeting.
Oh, I'd like to stay and help you, but I promised the kids I'd take them to the movies. Kathy, you want to live?
Yeah, and I've got a cram for a history
Yeah, I got to do a couple of hours by myself.
I'll see you all in the morning.
Yeah, great.
Goodbye.
Thought you'd get away with it, huh?
What?
Hogging all the fun to yourself. Well, Cassie and I just decided that if you're working late, we're working late.
You really don't have to. I didn't expect you
Nonsense,
to.
we're all in this together. Well, almost all of us. We'll just have to muddle through this one without Norm. Hey, let's send out for a pizza. Phone book?
Oh, yeah.
Great idea. Pizza with everything on it, extra cheese.
No mushrooms. Fungus. Yuck. I can't stand mushrooms.
Oh, I like mushrooms.
Cassie ordered half and half. Okay. Norm, what about your book?
Well, tomorrow's Friday. I'll have all weekend. Hey, it's just like old times at the agency, huh, Gwen? Come on, show me what you want me to do.
By the way, Norm,
Uh-huh.
you know that interview we were discussing last week?
Yeah.
Well, I've thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're right.
I know. I mean, I am?
And another thing,
What's that?
welcome to the team.
Major funding for this program was provided by the Annenberg CPB project.